play an active role together in all aspects of a management plan. Private landowners, leasers, and ethical hunters must strive to harvest appropriate numbers of deer to meet deer management goals.
Everybody has a different philosophy and long-term goal when it comes to hunting. Some people could be just to simply fill their freezer real quick. Other people could be to grow the biggest deer of their life. And each one of those goals and desires and passions that they got for whitetail hunting really don't make a matter as long as they're happy. You know, one guy may look at that deer that somebody shot and go, well, that's not very big. And the next guy may say, that's the biggest deer of my life, and be super excited. I like to tell people when it comes to management of whitetails, do what makes you happy, understand what your long-term goals are, and then work towards it. If it's just simply to go out and have fun and fill the freezer, then that's the goal you should work toward. If it's try to shoot the biggest deer of your life several times over and over, then you've got to have a great plan in place.
For Wade, on this property, it means taking 2.5 does on average for every buck that is harvested off the property. By following this plan, he's balancing the herd and what the land can carry population-wise on its own.
When it comes to setting up a management plan, you've really got to understand what your property is going to allow you to do. What is that region of the country that you're hunting going to provide you? What can you do to enhance that area? In some places, you simply don't have the opportunity to grow trophies on a large scale like you do others. If you're in an area that's going to be about numbers and not about trophies, then you need to manage for that type of a scenario. You may need to harvest more. If you're in an area that doesn't have quite the density but it's got big ones, then you can set up a plan to make those deer even bigger. Regardless of which route you go, maintaining and managing your harvest to ensure you take as many does as you do bucks will allow you to have a balanced herd long time. Your long-term management plans and programs really are based on what you as a hunter desire. What are your goals? You know, if you've got 100 acres of property, chances of trying to grow a 170 class deer or multiple 170 class deer aren't that good. Can it happen? Absolutely. Does it happen? Certainly. But trying to build a program to grow a bunch of them on 100 acres of land, it's going to be pretty tough. However, on the flip side of that, having a property that attracts a lot of deer so that you can take a lot of deer off of it can really pay off if you'll put in the amount of effort long-term to make your program work. When it comes to harvesting does, you really have to make sure that you're doing that. A lot of people from the old school of deer hunting, as I like to say, they don't want to shoot does. They say, well, the does are what makes babies. And that's true, they do. But if you're only shooting bucks, pretty soon you're going to have such an unbalanced property. You're going to have far more does than you're going to have bucks. It's going to be very hard.